How can you use standards-based grading to move beyond the bells and class periods to get to learning? This video was created by Trey Armistead, science teacher, Van Meter School. The journey of my chemistry class, from its traditional beginnings to a learning environment less bound by classrooms and class periods, began in 2009, when I began reflecting on how to improve student learning with the new resources available through our school's fledgling one-to-one program. I identified 5 major impediments to learning that were present in my existing classroom. 2 of these problems centered on student actions. Number 1, students focus more on getting work done than understanding concepts. Number 2, students do not retain understandings of concepts that were so-called learned. There were 3 impediments that were centered upon my class design. Number 3, the class pace is too fast for some students to grasp concepts, but is too slow to keep others engaged. 4, students rarely receive timely formative feedback. And 5, student learning is mostly constrained to the classroom and to the class period. I decided to first focus on the last 2 problems. In order to give students more timely feedback, I set up my class on Moodle, using Moodle's quiz module for practice assignments. As students submit answers as they practice, Moodle generates feedback as to whether or not the student has successfully shown understanding of the concept within seconds of the student submitting their work. Moodle's feedback can be as simple as whether an answer is incorrect or correct, or it can give written feedback giving information about the mistake. Having the Moodle formative feedback system online helps to break student learning out of the classroom for practice work. But to complete the task, students need to be able to access content anytime and anywhere as well. To accomplish this, each lesson is recorded using the screen capture function of a smartboard and made available to students anytime and anywhere online. This is similar to flipping, except that students have control over how and when they view lessons, fitting the lessons their learning needs instead of vice versa. Once these 2 parts, immediate online feedback and anytime, anywhere lessons, were available to students, standards-based grading could be implemented in a way that allows students to be able to learn anytime and anywhere. In order to receive credit for the semester, students must show understanding of all 9 or 10 content standards and 1 laboratory standard. Students may assess over a standard at any point in time, but must reassess over any previous standards at the same time, with new assessments replacing old ones. This means that each assessment cycle is comprehensive, thus making it more difficult for students to cram and forget, but at the same time rewarding students who gain greater understanding as time goes on. When the student has reached the final standard for the semester, he or she must show understanding over each and every standard 1 final time to complete the class. In practice, students may start the class as soon as summer begins and may move at their own pace, taking longer if a standard is more challenging, or moving more quickly if understanding comes easily. Students choose when and where they see new content, practice, and get assistance. Regardless of when or where they learn, students only move on when they've shown understanding of all standards previously learned. Now in its 3rd year, students in this self-paced, anytime, anywhere chemistry course have shown an understanding of chemistry topics well beyond that of previous year's students in the traditional class. This graph shows an average assessment score on each unit prior to the standards-based grading approach, while the newly appearing lines indicate scores of students using SBG. For more information, please contact Trey Armistead at the email address shown.